It is 7:03 and my show has started. See, even when I'm trying to be janky, I still can't be as nerdy as Keith. I still don't have the Keith Pierce.
Somewhere before.
I still don't have the ability to. Dang, she look like a doll. She don't even look real.
It's like AI.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we looking at TV. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. This is Michelle Bryant here. Oh, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that ASAP this morning. This is Michelle Bryant here, WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. Let me say good morning to the bros in the studio. Just real pleased that we'll have a pharmaceutical counter. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
This dude.
I spoke too soon. I ain't seen the peas on his shoulder, so I thought we was safe.
Oh, it's coming the once we get started.
I thought we was safe.
Pass the peas like we used to say.
Pass the peas like we used to do.
I talked to two people yesterday. They said, y'all need to stop playing talking about Keon. I said, I'm not playing.
No, it's serious.
Those were Keon's peas
Right.
that got put on this man's show.
We haven't been able to bring ourselves to part with him, and Jermaine keeps finding a great use for him.
Yeah. See, y'all don't know.
Let me be clear.
It's use and garbage.
Let me be clear. I forgot the damn peas was back there.
The peas was there for 30 years.
And then here you come busting them out, dragging them out. I'm like, too much. But hey, Debo, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm peeless.
See?
Medicineless.
That sounded so wrong.
That didn't quite. I'm peeless.
Yeah, that didn't quite execute right, Doc.
that didn't sound right at all.
Okay,
Like you might need some
hey,
diapers,
Michelle.
brother.
You don't need no diapers.
Moving right along.
Don't try to run from
No,
it
I'm
now.
finished. I'm fine. I'm peeless.
Now he trying to run from it. What'd you say? He said like he needs some diapers or not.
Huggies.
So,
Get your huggies on, brother.
Okay, Jermaine.
Hey, you say you was peeless. I kind of figured it. You was peeless. You might need some diapers, brother, and some white.
oh my God.
You all right?
I'm sorry.
Big old grown man and huggies.
Hey, they depend.
I was going to say they got a name for them.
His is
I
huggies.
tell people who use adult
I'm not talking about
absorbency wear to please call them depends.
There's a
Clean that up.
difference between the pins.
I just hate when grown people
adult-
say you got a diaper. Like
Absorbency wear.
It's right.
There's a difference.
Absorbency. Yes, absorbency wear.
wear.
Yes, absorbency wear.
I think his is Pampers. That's what it's more like Pampers.
Jermaine, I was gonna ask you how you doing.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna let it go.
We
'cause
see
I
your
know we gotta
medicine,
get on
so
to the
you
show.
know,
I'm broken and sore, but
I'm broken.
through it all,
I'm
I've
broken.
learned to
You
depend
sound like a gospel song.
and trust on the
I'm
Lord.
broken.
But through it all,
Well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you're all right.
Look at the chicken wing.
I got two ways.
No, it's one
wait.
Say
Can
that.
I play something real quick?
You sure can.
Okay, hang on. Where the cord at?
That you over there breathing, Jermaine?
Oh, come on, man. Stop.
Where the cord at, Jay?
You know what? That's a good question. Bro.
I don't see
Let's
it.
Let's see.
Hang on one second, family.
Camille Hudson said,
Plug this into there.
get off right out.
Who?
That's right. Get
Who?
up off me.
Another sister trying to take up for Jermaine.
That's right. Get
I
up
need y'all
off.
to
I
go.
appreciate you
I
out
need
there in
y'all to
radio
go
land.
on Radio
I
land.
don't know what it means. She said, good morning, Michelle. This is Angela. This is my daughter's phone.
Say what? Huh?
So maybe she coming across your Facebook or something.
Oh, okay. No, I don't see nothing yet. Okay, hang on. All right.
So it's Angela, but you're seeing Camille Hudson.
I got you. Okay, so
I
here-
got two ways.
All right, Jermaine. Let's play this, please.
Right.
Okay, let's go.
This Friday. Okay, so do you remember seeing videos of the Publishers Clearinghouse showing up at people's houses and giving the winners those big giant checks at their door?
Right. It's so electric.
The reactions are awesome, right? So Cramp had a unique opportunity to do something kind of similar to that earlier this week, but with a new car. You might remember us asking for your submissions for your Hyundai Hometown Hero. Thank you, by the way, for sending those in. Well, we have a winner and we got to surprise him.
Well, as you know, we've been taking hundreds of submissions for the Hyundai Hometown Heroes and the possibility of winning a 2026 Hyundai hybrid. The Santa Fe is here. It's parked. It's ready to go. The individual that is winning the award gives back to the community in so many different ways. It's going to be a joy to meet him for the first time, but also to unveil what he's actually won today. Now, he's part today of a food drop and donations that are going to the community, those in need. Here at 10th and Nash, we're at Atkinson Park. As you can see, there are people that are waiting to get some food. He's just pulled up in a U-Haul. He's got food ready to go. He's got no idea what's going on, but there he is. His name is Brandon Triggs, and his brand is pulling up. He's probably like, what's Fox 6 doing here? Well, Fox 6 is here along with Hyundai to deliver something very special. Let me just go up to him real quick and see what's going on. I don't want to scare the guy, right? Hey, are you Brandon?
No, that ain't me.
Oh, wait a second here.
What's going on? First of all,
you have been selected for the Hometown Hero for 2025.
I didn't even have to say it. Brandon Triggs, right there, is a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid 2026. You, sir, have been selected as a recipient of this beautiful car. What do you have to say?
man, I'm speechless, man. I don't know what to say right now.
You want to get in there and take a look at it real quick?
No, let's get this food out of here. Let's take care of this business first.
Look at that. Look, check it out real quick. There are other people.
Everybody already been waiting.
As he's hugging his family right here, that's the type of dedication that we're talking about. You know, when you have an award that you're giving away on paper, that's one thing. When you have a car that you're giving away, that's a complete other thing. As he's going in there and checking it out for the first, sit in there. Go ahead, Brandon. Sit in there. I'm gonna ask you, as you sit in this car, what are you feeling right now?
Man, I just feel love. I feel the love from everybody, man. I feel appreciated. I just feel good. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
And there you go, guys. You know, of all the people too that have been here, there are people, there's family here. There's the Milwaukee Promise Keepers. There's so many things that you've done.
Promise Keeper hoodie on.
He's got to represent the Milwaukee Promise Keepers as he's going in. The first thing he said, let's get some food out there. He still cares about making sure that everybody has the food, and that is exactly why he was nominated, and that is exactly why that he is winning. He's also been integral with helping out kids throughout the community, helping kids better themselves. Just talk a little bit about that organization as well, because when we read the submissions from your family and those that care so much, it's about the kids and giving back to the community that matters to so many.
Man, helping kids better themselves started with that man right there, my dad, man, him and some of his friends. It was pretty much just it started as a basketball organization, man, an AAU team, and it kind of just morphed into this community organization here at the park, doing things out of the park with Keon Jackson Malone before he passed. And it kind of just blossomed into a full-blown 501c3 and just things of this nature. So
yeah, you've won awards as well. Last week you were handed an award. This week you're handed a car. I know that a car is kind of a different type of beast. What are you going to be able to do knowing that now you have a different vehicle to drive around to do all the good work that you do here in Milwaukee?
I might not have to rent a U-Haul every week. That's a good thing. But man, I don't know what's next. I just feel I'm motivated now. I'm ready for whatever. So whatever's next, I'm ready to go and do it. Be wherever I can to help, honestly.
Well, thank you for being such a stand-up individual and being a part of this community. Let me shake your hand, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On this amazing thing. It is the Hyundai Hometown Heroes with Fox 6. There you go. That's Brandon. He's the recipient of this brand new 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid from Fox 6.
All right. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that story. Tamika Vukovic flagged it for me. I had not seen that Brandon had been selected. But when Keon, hey, we got to do a food pantry. The neighborhood is in crisis. We got to figure out how we can help. Can't wait for nobody to come help us. Keon started a 501c3. He did all of the legwork to be able to. Good morning, Shelby. All the legwork to be able
the
to.
Village Group.
Yes, the Village Group. I was just looking at one of his. I used to help write a lot of his grant proposals and stuff. And so literally I was going through my computer for something else last night, and I came across one of his grants for that would have been for this year, ironically. And so you would go out there, and sometimes I would just drive by on my way somewhere else, but I always saw who was right there with Keon, no matter what the weather was, no matter how many other people showed up to help. And there's like a core group of people that consistent, they came. But when I say Brandon was that ride or die too. Oh my God. And just the coolest brother, the nicest brother, the best smile, and just so humble, easygoing. But you always knew this dude stood on business. And if he said it was going to happen, he was going to help make it happen. You want to say something, Jermaine?
Yeah, I want to give shouts out to my cousin. That's my cousin, BT. Yeah, that's my cousin on my mama's side, man. So, hey, man, great job, Brandon.
He had tears in his eyes. For folks that didn't
job.
see the video, he had tears in his eyes. The family was the women in the family was like wiping and dabbing his eyes. He had moments where he had to take his sleeve and go across, because, people don't appreciate all the time that people watching you, man. People paying attention to you, and there are days that you do things and it seems so thankless. Like, what? I remember when we was doing the Christmas toys, and Keon was sick of me because I insisted that every gift had to be wrapped, and each kid got 3 gifts. And so Keon was at the house, and he was hot because he was wrapping new gifts with me. And Keon got to a point where he said, man, blank them kids. And but then later he talked about, after that last gift was delivered, he knew Terrell Martin was going out dressed up as Santa Claus. Him and County Supervisor Felicia Martin, Santa's helper, they out delivering toys and stuff as we was loading up them vans and getting that stuff out of there. And when we finally sat down, when it was done, and we realized how many kids we had helped, I think we had helped oh my God, what's the number? We had a total over 600, was it 600 gifts or 500, 400 families? We had done a stupid number. Of people. And we had expected to help like 50 people, and it turned into something crazy. But Keon just sat back and he just looked. He was like, man, that felt good. And I was like, it did. After you got done cussing about them kids, it did feel real good. And so that was him.
I remember the time you and him loaded up a U-Haul or something of that sort and headed to Chicago to try to help, some people.
Folks in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yep, folks in Puerto Rico, and the community came through. I tell people the community probably sick of me. I was like, okay, I doing nothing else in 2025. I'm done.
They're always volunteering us for stuff.
And people always volunteering me.
Not volunteer.
That's right. Please, if I gotta do it, y'all gotta do it. And I'm not looking for I need a new project. I'm never doing that. But so I just had to take a minute, because I know this man, he stood with our brother Keon. He made sure that
the community, good that he recognized him. It was good to hear that.
Yeah, and they're, like I said, Farina, there has just been this constant crew of people that have kept that going. Mm-hmm. And I'm so proud of these people. I'm so proud of our community. And thank you to his family and the folks who saw fit to nominate him for the 2025 Hyundai Hometown Hero Contest. And thank you to Fox 6 News for doing this story. and making sure that this brother got highlighted. So I just wanted to make sure that I hit that this morning. Now, another thing, since we're talking about the community, I'm gonna switch it for a second though. And it's crazy because Brandon, I wonder how old is Brandon? Brandon looks so young. I'm like, he gotta be almost like 40, but dude look like he like 21, 22. He got the youngest looking face you ever seen. But speaking of young people, I want to take a second. We got a call. All right, well, I'll do that before I get into it then, because that'll take me into the break. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Who is this?
Who did you call?
WNOV, right? Now put me on hold.
Well, this is WNOV. This is Michelle.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
Good morning, Angela.
Angela.
How I know. Good morning,
kill
Angela.
him right now. I'm killing you. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm at the hospital at my appointment.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So
I'm just calling in to say good morning. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at you now.
You know what? I can't with y'all.
You outside or where you at?
I cannot with y'all. Look, I'm glad that we got the appointment going. Hopefully we get some answers today.
Yes,
how you
ma'am.
feeling though this morning?
I'm doing okay. I'm in a lot of pain, but you know what? I'm thanking the God every day that He wakes me up, so I ain't gonna complain.
There you go. That's right. A good attitude will take you a long way when you're trying to deal with your health situation. Stay positive and trust between faith and what these doctors know that you're gonna be all right.
Yes, I understand that. So I'm just gonna. I got the best doctor in the world.
Hey,
God.
there you go. That's half the battle, if not the whole thing.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Well, then tap me up later and let me know how the appointment goes.
Okay, I will. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, right. Bye, Devo. I love you guys.
Love you back.
See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. All right. Let me go to the next caller. Hey, caller. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing today?
What's going on, bro? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine.
What you got for me?
Have you got a chance to see Brandy and Monica on Friday?
Yes, I did go to the concert. Jermaine and I both went.
Okay. So how did it went?
Oh my God, it was phenomenal. It was the best concert. I'm so glad I went.
I was just wondering how did it went.
It was really, really good.
No, how did it go?
It was really, really good.
Okay, Michelle.
It was really good. So have you seen any of the video from the show?
Yeah, I didn't went, but I seen some video.
You saw some?
I seen Jamal Robinson.
Okay. Look, yeah, I think I posted one video on my website, on my Facebook page, but I will put some more up so people can see what I saw. But it was a good show, man. It was an excellent show. Thank you for asking.
Nice day.
All right, you too now. All right. So look, I gotta take a quick break. When we come back, gotta take a second and talk about these babies. There is a lot of questions, actual subpoenas being issued about the Roblox game, safety. Every child I know just about plays Roblox except for my grandson. Like everybody I know, my nephews do. Everybody does, and I'll save it to after the break. Let me do that, and we'll come right back. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. Be right back. right, family, welcome back to the show. So I wanted to take a minute to talk about a story that is getting a lot of attention, although there have been different iterations of this discussion for quite a while, as people are continuing to express concerns about online gaming activities that so many young people are engaged in today. So down in Florida, the Attorney General has issued criminal subpoenas to the Roblox company corporation, and he is calling the video gaming platform, quote, a breeding ground for predators that puts children at risk. In a post, they accused Roblox of profiting from children while failing to protect them. They enabled our kids to be abused, is exactly what he said. The subpoenas allow prosecutors to gather more information about the alleged criminal activity on the platform, which includes evidence related to suspected predators and victims. Roblox has long faced these questions over children's safety. There was some research done last year through the Hindenburg Research Organization, in which they went in on Roblox. The concerns prompted Roblox to invest heavily in protecting younger users on the platform by tightening messages and rules for children under 13. But Roblox has said it prohibits sharing images and videos and chats using filters designed to block the exchange of personal information. It's working on trying to implement age estimation tools to be able to, help deal with access to younger children in that format. And then, one of the things I will just say is that Roblox has been facing actual lawsuits in Louisiana, in San Francisco. They have said that there have been sexual predators that have exploited children. There was a young 15-year-old who ended up taking his own life because he was contacted by a sexual predator online. And I don't remember all the specifics of that story, but at the end of the day, he met this person through Roblox and ends up, killing himself. I have two nephews, Khalil and Cam, who come, every summer. And when you're not around like little kids, younger kids like that, it's just a lot of stuff you do not know. I tell everybody, stay connected to young people. Listen to their conversations, check out their music. When they in their room, when they on these computers, go in there and sit while, bring the computer out in the main part of the house, or, everybody got laptops and tablets, play it in the family room, because I'm sitting at the kitchen table and my nephew is in the family room, which is right across from the kitchen table, and it's quiet in the house, but he playing his game. And I can hear underneath, and and they interact with other people from around the country, around the world, while they playing this game. That was the other part that I had to get used to, is that they're playing with other people from anywhere. And yeah. And so I'm listening as I'm working, and I'm just, I just happen to hear underneath the game, I can hear religious messaging about the Bible and about God and, holy behavior and unpure thoughts. And I'm like, Khalil, what is that? He's so busy playing the game, pressing buttons. He was like, what, TT? I said, stop pressing the buttons. I said, what is that? And then he was like, oh, I don't know. They always be talking. And he went back to playing. The whole time that child was playing, there was some religious person or some person saying religious messaging while he was playing. So this is in his ear and his subconscious, but you don't even realize it's being fed to you. I said, turn that off. Like, turn it off. He was like, turn it off. I'm in the middle. Turn it off. I lost my mind because this has come into our house. Mm-hmm. Somebody is reaching through this computer and sending my nephew messages. I'm sitting right here in this house, and you don't realize it's happening. One of the things I will say, I have said before, I will stand on it. Way too many grown folks are messing up with their children when it comes to these games. They walk away. Those children play these games in their room. They play them when nobody's around. They're on them all freaking day. I know Khalil and Cameron got time limits on their game. Like if they want to play, the game will shut off. Keisha got it set up so that the game will shut off. They cannot play it. And then they will have to call her like during Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, spring break, and be like, because now kids are staying up later. TT, can we get an extra hour on the game, or can we get an extra time on the game since we on vacation? And Keisha has to go into the computer and give them extra time to play on the game. So she ain't got to be standing over nobody, monitoring them to make sure, that you I told you only be on that game for 2 hours and then you need to get off and go find something else to do. But it's parents that let their kids be on them games all day long because you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to engage them. It keeps them occupied. It keeps them out your way, out of your face. It's a built-in babysitter, but you don't know who is reaching your children. My nephew, at that time, Khalil must have been 10. He must have been 10 because that was a couple of years ago when that happened. So yeah, he must have been about 10 at that time when I heard that going on. But y'all don't. Y'all just hand them kids them tablets and them computers. And then everybody buying them headphones for them. And you have I remember even my other niece, Morgan, we all sitting at the dining room table. And we all laughing and talking. It was the holidays. We was all laughing and talking. And her little friend was sharing an earbud, listening to music. But I'm watching them while we talking, and I'm like, nah. And I told her, I said, hey, let me hear what you listening to. And her whole face turned red. She was like, huh? I said, let me listen. I said, I love music. Give me that earbud. Let me listen. I put it in. Now, they I forgot how, Morgan and Bryant was about 13, 14. They sitting at the table with grown people. The music, bleep, 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 cuss word, bleep, bleep, bleep. And we right here. We all right here at the table together. And they listening to music. And, for their age, we wouldn't have been letting them listen to that. Definitely not while we sit there. Now, what you do when we ain't watching you, okay. But just the idea that people just let these children, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on the show where they did this thing with young kids, and they said they had a group of kids from I think 6 to 13. Does your parents let you go out alone after a certain time? The kid said no. Do your parents let you do this? The kid said no. Do your parents let you do that? The kid said no. Do your parents supervise you while you are playing your game? The kid said no. No. Somebody said that the Tyra said that. The chat box in Roblox is also dangerous. People on the other end try to engage children in conversations to make them comfortable enough to chat outside the game. I've had to stop my niece's game on many occasions due to people attempting to engage her in conversations that she felt was inappropriate. Like, thank you so much for saying that, because it's a whole bunch of y'all don't have no clue what your kids is doing when they are playing these video games. Go on, Jay.
Yeah, excuse me. I just saw, excuse me again. Just saw on Facebook. It was this white kid that was playing Roblox, and he was playing with a grown man, and the grown man was asking him questions. The kid said that his mama was single, gave the guy that was playing Roblox his address to come meet his mom. So the guy show up at his mom at the little kid's door steps, and the mother come to the door to answer. It's all captured on Facebook on the home ring cam. Ask him, how did you get my address? And he tell him, well, your son gave it to me. We was playing Roblox. He gave it to me and said that you was looking for a boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pull it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then just think about how crazy you are.
But just imagine if she wasn't home.
And I got another text, and somebody said, and also the kids can create avatars and they can put on provocative looking clothes on the avatars and then making sexual sounds on the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Sims. It's like playing
Sims.
Like when you play Sims, the Sims game is so real that you can have sex on the game. You can like it's all type of stuff that's going on. Having sex on the game, and they make.
And I remember when Sims first started. We bought Sims. My niece, and I'm talking about Morgan.
Yeah.
She was a Sims fanatic. Lakeisha,
because it was innocent.
Yeah, play Sims. You know, I mean, they was building houses and all this old kind of
community.
You know, communities. And but then, like you said, when we get to a point where you can like actually simulate sex in the video game.
Grand Theft Auto, you could pick up a chick pulling the alley and hear them having sex in the car while the car is moving up and down. It's on Grand Theft Auto. This is a video game.
Yeah, because I remember when Grand Theft Auto came out. My nephew was playing it back in the day.
You see
and I remember even then, like telling his mom, and this is not Khalil and Cameron, this is another nephew, but I was telling his mom, like, this mess is inappropriate.
You should see the new one that's coming out in March. The new one that's coming out in March.
You're too far away from the mic.
Oh, the new one that's coming out in March. It's so real. It looks like it's real people on the video game having sex, like completely nude, all type of sexual encounters is happening on the game. It's on the trailer. So if you watch
somebody
the trailer,
said it's strip clubs in the game.
It's strip clubs. No, I mean, I hate to say it. I play the game.
Okay.
It is strip clubs. I go in there and throw hella money.
Oh my God.
My character is rich. Woo!
Oh my God.
It's strip clubs in that joint. I pull up with big rims.
You did not just say that.
I did just get geeked because my character is having shmoney. You know, we having buildings, shmoneys. I mean, I'm ruling the city. No, but seriously, it is. It's strip clubs on that joint. And I show up.
I was not expecting that.
Oh man, me and about 9 other people that be online playing together. Yeah, that we grown, man. Yeah, I mean, but that keeps us out of trouble.
Look, okay.
It's for grown,
but because like there's 2 other people that hit me up too.
Yeah.
Somebody, you know, a strip club.
Oh, it go down. They know you can take them in the back and actually get a private dance.
And that's what I said. They got like the hookers.
Imagine what it do for the children.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
But when you see the new one,
so there
the new
is
one looks just like me and you.
So kids can get access to the same game you got.
Yes, there's no. It's up to the parents to keep them from getting it. But now they so strategic. You don't have to go to GameStop to buy the game. You can sit right on your thing, go right into Game Pass and buy it, and they would never know that you own the game.
So your parents don't even have to know you have the game.
Exactly. Unless they come in and check your home screen. And if they don't check your home screen, they don't know that you got the game.
You know, I'm gonna tell. This on us, y'all. It's way too many parents that's, you know, like I make fun of my grandson, because when I say, you know, his daddy never be on lockdown on what he can see and watch, but when I listen to him, I'm like, this little boy is smart enough to figure some of this stuff out too.
And what people don't understand is it's getting the kids early. So it's starting them early with the whole thing of wanting to have money, wanting to push drugs, because it show you moving cocaine, it show you moving weed, it show you moving meth, it show you money laundering, it show you like you can get these businesses. We all online, say me, you, Debo, and a couple people online. We can all play as a game. And if I got the cocaine spot, man, I can pick where I want to deliver the cocaine to.
This is in the game?
This is in the game. I can pick where I want to deliver the cocaine to, send you, Debo, and whoever else is on my squad out to deliver the cocaine. They'll bring back the money and I can pay y'all out.
Why is this in a video game?
Because they simulate in real life.
Why is this in a video game?
From shootouts to robbing banks to actually robbing people. Like, if we online playing, because this happened to me. So I was jacking and saying, hey, man, I got 50,000 in my pocket, which I did. But the person heard me over the headphone set and sent somebody to try to rob me.
To rob you
to try
in
to
the
rob
video
me in the game. We murdered them, but
oh my god! Oh my god! This is this is
people to
so
rob
sick,
me. Yeah.
man.
See,
And this is a video game.
Desensitizes.
Yep. Exactly.
That's why it's easy to do this dirt out here in these streets, man.
And that's what I was telling people with them stealing cars and these high speed chase running from the police.
Me too, because white people will be quick to jump on rap music.
Yep.
Them ain't rappers that's creating these video games.
No,
these
are white people that got motives.
Motives, major access, resources, but you'll never hear when stuff happens, the video game influence, but because the number of young kids that have been caught driving cars and the police say, how you learn how to drive a car?
Video game.
From the video game.
Listen, high speed chases has come. When that game came, and I don't care what nobody say, I said this when it first came out.
Jesus.
Watch how many high speed chases, because on the game you get a kick and a thrill out of running from police. The objective is to get as many stars as you can. So
which game are you talking about?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, well they run up to your car, snatch you out,
shoot
you,
all
your car.
And the whole objective is try to get as many stars as you can, so you can get the feds, you can get the CIA, everybody chasing you, and you having a shootout with the cops.
I'm gonna say again. A lot of this is on us as parents and adults around these children. It's way too many people, way too lax. With their kids when it comes to these games. You don't really pay attention to it till it start to hit you financially.
If this don't make you go check your kids' gaming system.
I mean, I'm telling, but it's a whole bunch of people still not gonna do it because it's a babysitter. Yep. I don't have to engage you. That's another reason too. I hate to say it, that's why y'all damn kids so dumb. Because they can't read. They can't do a whole bunch of stuff. They clearly have the ability because they're able to maneuver these systems like pros. Yeah. But it's what kind of content we put in front of them. Exactly. That same child will be sitting somewhere in the classroom crying, talking about they can't read, or they can't do a math problem. A lot of this is within our control, and we turning our children over, and just letting anybody have access to them.
Listen,
I just couldn't get over that piece.
It's so crazy because on that game, it's so real life that they got radio stations on that game. So when you get in your car, like you can turn to different radio stations and listen to different kind of music. They got this one station on there that tells you how to move drugs. It's
a radio station
on the video game. It's called West Coast, and you could pick from the iFruit. It's like different stations you can ride around in your car and listen to. But this one particular station, when you listen to it, it tells you where to move the cocaine at in the game. So where to go move the cocaine and where to move the weed. So if you are a crime boss, you got people up under you. It's like different missions, whatever that they give you, because you got the money to run the city.
Okay.
All in the video game.
Somebody said I took the YouTube app off my son's phone and he found a workaround. He figured out how to go on YouTube through the Safari browser. Like, that's what I'm telling you. When I tell you, so Atlas is school. Someone says, my little one likes to play Roblox, and I'm sitting there right with him, watching him, and I'm trying to play myself so I can know what the game is about. Absolutely. Absolutely. Atlas is school. They had like a date for the teacher, when the teacher had a teacher day, after grades or whatever it is, and the kids don't come, Atlas them still have work. They have to go online, and the teachers have set up a bunch of online assignments, so the kids don't get that day off. They have homework. I mean, they have work that they have to do, just like a regular school day. You just got to do it from your computer at home. And Atlas's mom was telling me that he got up and set the whole thing up. Because he did it on the big screen TV. And he set up his little seating area in front of the TV. And, he went and told his parents, he was like, okay, teachers, it's time to get up. Let's go. But he set everything up and had went into the apps. And this boy was able to do all of that. He's 6 years old. So I'm just going to stress again, parents, you need to understand what these children are doing, and you need to understand how much is accessible to them. Because, like, I know it's people that have got to be just as shocked and stunned as I am when Jermaine started talking about, oh no, you can do this, you can do this, you can. I'm like, on a video, because we still thinking our video games. This is a whole new world that these kids have entered into. So I'm going to implore you, or implore you again, to know what these children are doing. Somebody said, my daughter stop using Roblox. She said, when people talk to you, that's voice chat. She never turns it on. Remember to pay attention to voice chat. I'm glad to see a lot of people are able to tell me a lot of information about this. But these kids is getting exposed way too early. And like, I got my nephew down south, he be holed up in his room just playing. His mom and daddy don't have no damn clue about what that boy's doing on that computer. And then he got the headphones on. So now you ain't, like, the only reason I was able to hear what was happening with Khalil, because he didn't have the headphones on. But if they put them headphones on, then it's a wrap. You have no idea what's going on.
And now it's so sick because now they're like sneaking in little porno videos, little sex videos, like the Viagra pills and all that other stuff in these commercials that kids are watching, even on Facebook. Like, if you stay on long enough, they putting well, I'm gonna say that they would actually show people having sex and show in the I'm trying not to say it, but they would show people having sex in the commercial video, trying to talk about a pill that they're trying to get men to get. Mm-hmm. And this is,
so it's supposed to be a commercial, but they showing a sex scene to talk about what this Viagra, this whatever pill will do for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully
you won't even know it if you ain't looking at.
Hopefully people have heard enough. Hopefully you've heard enough. And so when them kids is like, and I know because my nephews, again, 2 Christmases ago, TT, we want some headphones. But the minute they put them headphones on, I'm really out the loop. You know, because I'm not standing over you watching you at 12 and 13 years old. So just look, y'all, please. That story resonated with me. Please be careful. All right. So we've taken a moment since we're talking about parenting. Let's do this real quick. Debo just asked me when we went to break, so what about that 4-year-old child? And I ain't say nothing. Jermaine jumped right in. I just sat in complete and utter just silence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a 4-year-old boy died after being found unresponsive in West Dallas, leading to the arrest of 2 suspects. According to the West Dallas Police Department, the incident began when they emergency dispatch center received a call on Saturday around 8 a.m. from a mother driving to the hospital with an unresponsive child, her unresponsive son. The dispatchers told the woman go to the nearest firehouse. So she went there. Fire department personnel arrived at the scene. They rendered aid and transported the boy to Children's Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Police arrived there to initiate investigation. Yes.
Firehouse?
It didn't say firehouse?
Well, I mean,
fire department. You know what? Because I'll be around Keisha. Keisha say firehouse.
Well, no, the news said that she pulled into at Highway 100 in Greenfield, that she pulled into a restaurant parking lot, and that's where they came to. They sent.
So it was near. Because what it says is they told the woman to stop near a West Dallas Fire Department.
Right. Okay.
Near 108th Street, Highway 100 in Greenfield. And so then the fire department must have just walked over, came over to where she was. So that's the.
Okay.
That's that. Okay. Yep. When the police got there, they arrested the parents, a 21-year-old man and a 31-year-old woman. Okay, you 10 years older than this dude. Okay. 31-year-old woman. The medical examiner identified the child as Dante Campbell. According to search warrants obtained by the news, the family said they woke up on Saturday morning. The father told police the boy was, quote, stiff and smell bad. Records show he told police the child had fallen down the stairs Friday night, but the records indicate photographs show bruises on all sides of this baby's body that were inconsistent with the fall. Before contacting emergency services, the parents dropped off Campbell's twin at a friend's house near 114th and Walker. A search warrant states the mother told the friend, "I need to go to the hospital. My son is not breathing. I think he is dead." During interviews, the mother described the boy's father as being heavy-handed with disciplining the children. Police executed a warrant, and they discovered a gray child shirt with apparent bodily fluids on it. They are continuing to investigate. No additional suspects. And then, a family member who said she took care of the baby and the other kids that this woman had for years. He was my baby, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's devastated. They GoFundMe arrangements to be able to try to bury this child and to help the other children in the family. And so, when Debo asked, I just looked. I couldn't say nothing because I had just saw another story on the news this morning about, I don't know what city they were in, Florida somewhere, where some beach. And this couple had a 6-month-old child, and the child was asleep. So they put the child down on a blanket underneath the tent, and they went for a walk. Some passerbyers see this unattended baby, no adult around, and the passerbyers stayed with the baby. The parents was gone for over an hour, just walking. And when the parents show back up, there's like, "Oh, we lost track of time." How you lose track of time and you got a 6-month-old baby laying by themselves on a whole freaking beach? So they've both been arrested, and they should be. And I just, I just get at a loss for words on these cases. And you get so mad because you're like, man, how you get children? Why would anybody allow you to have a child? And then I get really angry because, you think about, like, this woman talks about this man was heavy-handed. So that means he was beating the brakes off these kids. Why would a child have to suffer like this? I say it. Y'all get sick of me, but I say it. The luck of the draw. Who is your parent? Who is your grandparent? Who are the circle, the village that's watching out for you? I get so mad. It's so unfair. Your whole life is a life built around abuse and mistreatment. Like, dang, it's just crazy. And then that's the other part that make you want to just get these other kids and be like, do you know how some of these children live out here, man? Like, they live like animals. They never are treated with love and kindness. They get nothing but crap. People talk nasty to them. They live in nasty situations. They getting beat on. Like, that's why I couldn't say nothing when Debo asked me, because these stories resonate and irritate me more than I think probably anything that I talk about. Because these kids didn't ask to be here. They are helpless. They are depending on us to take care of them. It's the door. They depended on us to take care of them. And you got these raggedy adults around them that abuse and misuse and mistreat these children. It literally is sickening. And it's like the times, this is when I've had to like mature and get better, because I get hot. And half the time I get hot with God. Because I'm like, man, why you let this happen, man? And my mother would always be in my ear like, Michelle, all of that is not God. And she would walk me through it, because my mother was very, religious, very, faith-oriented person. But I would be so mad. And I was like, I just can't, man. I just can't. I'm just so mad because these people, they have no way to protect themselves. If you all knowing, why you let these kids be in these situations to be harmed like this? It took me a long time to put that in perspective and be okay. I used to be angry all the time about it. And then having worked in child welfare and in residential treatment and see the condition that these kids come. I never forget this little boy. His first name was Isaiah. And Isaiah had turned into a holy terror. He had already done something that had landed him in residential treatment, but Isaiah was only like 7 or 8 years old. But he had already done something that they had to remove him from his home because he was not safe for other children to be around. And they handled Isaiah like he was some type of like little junior killer. And one day he got moved to my unit and Isaiah took his shirt off. I had read it in his file, but until you see it, somebody in his life used his body as a ashtray. And they put cigarettes out on that boy's body. So on his back, there were at least 33 cigarette, but he had keloid skin. So like I can get burned and when it heals, my skin stays flat. You got to look really close to see where the scar is. But there are other people, if they get a nick or a cut, their skin will raise and develop, like you can tell where something has injured their skin because it'll raise. They have keloid skin. Those bruises all raised up off his back to the point that you could see him through his shirt. And as people were, always talking about what a bad child he was, I said, how do we not start with what was done to him? And you try to figure out how to provide some grace and understanding and help this boy. When they say hurt people, hurt people. But I used to be so mad with God, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. Don't talk to me about going to church. Don't talk to me about nothing. Because this is a baby. And these kids have been treated horrifically. So there's many a day I thank God for my mother who helped me through a lot of that. But these days, I'm still not good. And when Debo said, what about that 4-year-old? It all came rushing back. I got to take a break. Caller, I see you. You'll be first up as soon as I come back.
NOV.
All right, family, welcome back to the show. Got a caller who held through the break. Let me get them in right away. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
Michelle.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Or sir, who is this?
Angela.
Oh, yes, Angela.
So like with the foster parents and stuff, like that's what I be saying because I watched a couple that had access to some kids that they had drowned in a tub, but I have been filling out paperwork to become a foster parent, and I'm like, I've never even had a abusive case with my own children or anyone in my family, but how can y'all just give these people? Y'all did a background check, but this baby come up dead in they home. Y'all didn't give them a thorough background check because y'all denied me, and I ain't never had an abusive case in my life against adults, old folks, none of that, children. But then y'all did supposedly a background check on this couple, and the baby wind up dead.
Yeah, definitely. People can thank you for that point, Angela.
Yeah.
People can slip through the cracks. I remember I would do the 11, I think it was 11 module training for incoming foster parents.
Mhm.
And I would have conversations afterwards about people all the time, like, nah, no, ma'am, they can't be foster parents.
Yeah.
These
I was like,
people are not right. You can pick up on it, the stuff I'm hearing. So yeah, people slip through the cracks, especially when you got an overwhelmed system, underworked, overworked workers, under resourced, and you got to find some place for these kids to go. But in these cases, these are all these kids' biological parents did this stuff.
yeah,
that we talking
I know,
about this
because I
morning.
seen that on, yeah, I seen
Yeah.
that on TV, because I seen them put the father in handcuffs, but the mother, she was just walking with the lady cop. She wasn't in handcuffs. She
Right.
was white.
Yeah, because it was a biracial couple.
Yeah,
And yeah, the 21-year-old brother, yeah, he's in handcuffs.
right.
And so, I guess we'll see what they're gonna try to do at the end of the day. But she ended up getting arrested too. But it's
Yeah.
like, well, how was they being treated differently?
She
Okay.
should have been in handcuffs too, right along with him. But you know why she wasn't.
Yep, I do know.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Somebody did the math. That's why I smiled when I said he's 21. Somebody was like, and they said, well, if he's 22 and the child is 4, he had the baby at 17. Yeah, 16 or 17. And remember, she 10 years older than him. So she was potentially messing with the minor. Potentially. I'm just saying. So another story that is getting a lot of attention this morning, we were looking at it during the break. Atlanta Hartsfield Airport dodged a bullet, literally. A man who they, I love when it's, white folks, they hurry up. Mental health. But they jumped out and said a man with mental health challenges has been arrested. He had planned to go and shoot up Hartsfield Jackson Airport in Atlanta on yesterday. He's 49 years old, Billy Cagle, out of Cartersville. And he showed up at the airport around 9 a.m. And he was live streaming. He had a camera on and was live streaming his plans to go to the Atlanta airport and, quote, shoot it up. Okay. His family said they heard about the threats, immediately notified the Cartersville police. They've had run-ins with this man in the past. He is a previously convicted felon. And they notified the Atlanta police, who notified airport security, and they began searching the airport for this guy. So he pulls up his work truck in front of the airport, which I thought was interesting because Atlanta will hurry up and make you get out the way. A lot of airports don't let you park your car unattended while in front of the airport anymore because of bomb scares and all that stuff. So he had left his Chevy pickup parked out side of the airport and on the south side of the terminal for folks that are familiar with the Atlanta airport. And he entered the airport at 9:31. He got there at 9:29. They got everything down to the minute. He entered at 9:31. and was appearing to scope out the South Terminal, housed solely for Delta Airline passengers. And the police got warning about the threat at 9:40. So he got a whole 9-minute head start before anybody even realizes that this guy is up to this. He was arrested outside the airport by 9:54. So from the time he walked in at 9:31 until he is finally engaged by the police, on one hand, they got this wrapped up in short order, absolute short order. But what they found in his car, an AR-15, 27 rounds of ammunition. Think about the amount of damage that man could have done in 15 minutes. Just think about that. But it was his intent to go back to his vehicle to get the AR-15. They said he had been scoping out the TSA area in particular. He wanted to kill as many people as possible. And his family told the police in Cartersville he was going somewhere in Atlanta with the intention to inflict harm on as many people as he could. And law enforcement is to be commended and praised. Everything worked together. And first of all, thank God for the family who came forward to say, hey, look, we got a problem. And then like clockwork, everybody cooperated and did what they were supposed to be able to help quickly apprehend this guy. But the thing that I shouldn't say cracked me up. The thing that got me is they get him to the ground, right? To handcuff him. Why he start hollering and screaming? I'm like, but you was getting ready to kill up a whole bunch of people. All they doing is putting and they said they had to put 2 sets of handcuffs on him. So I don't know how, he didn't look that big to me, but it was like they had to put 2 sets of handcuffs on him. But why are you hollering and screaming? Okay, mental health, I get it. I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm just thankful that nobody got hurt. That's the airport that my child uses, his wife uses, my grandson uses, my brother uses, my nephew. I'm just thankful that nobody got hurt. I'm just thankful. And yeah, one of our listeners said we just got back on a Delta flight late Sunday night coming out of there. But we've had random acts of violence here recently. Jermaine has talked for the last couple of days about this guy that just, it appears, was randomly shooting people, shot somebody in the face, in the eye, shot somebody, I think, in the forehead, and then ultimately went and turned himself in. Like, we live in different times. And the same way I talked about those games and being aware, what I say, the one brother Dion said when he pulled up on me in traffic, he was like, Michelle, I need you to pay better attention to your circumstances, to what's your to your surroundings. I need you to pay better attention. So that part is real. But since we talking about mental illness, let me talk about y'all president. Did anybody else feel, and I never use this phrase because I don't like it, but some kind of way, when you saw portions of the White House torn up, did anybody else sit back and go, what the like, did anybody else, when you looked at and I've been to the White House. Yeah, I was just at the White House last summer on the South Lawn for a Black Excellence luncheon that I was fortunate enough to be invited to. Me and Keisha was there. I have been to the White House for meetings. When I was doing African World Festival, I got invited to the White House under the Obama administration to talk about how to protect Black festivals. Like, I've been to the White House 3 times. And, nothing like a lot of people who've been many times and it's no big deal and blah, blah, blah. But I've walked in this space, and the first thing you always do when you go to the White House is like, man, it ain't nowhere near as big as I thought it was. That's the first thing you do. And it's in the hood. Yeah, yes, the White House is in the hood. Jermaine was like, and it's in the hood. Yes, it is. If you go out the back, welcome welcome, bro, welcome. But it's still the White House. It's still, and then I think about, like, I always think about, like, the work that was done by Black people to build DC. And the idea that Donald Trump, like, if you have y'all looked at the pictures or the video and just seen the back part of the East Wing just toe up?
So do he plan on living there forever?
I mean, you would think.
Because for him to build
and there have been 2 other presidents before him that made changes to the White House. A balcony was added by one president, and it was something else done by another. There have been 2 other presidents that made, changes. But
he's changing the whole
ballroom that he is building,
yeah.
They said is actually going to be damn near bigger than the White House itself.
So that's what I'm saying. So in order to build something like this, that means that you would have to own it.
I mean, well, I guess because you are the president, you're invested with certain powers to be able to do these things. But I know that there is some role for Congress to play. There's also a national board that anytime you start talking about doing stuff to the White House, approval needs to happen to an extent for, the plans, permits, and go ahead. What'd you say, Debo? I couldn't hear you.
They proceeded without that, is what they said this morning.
That's what we are hearing, because he had been standing up in front of crowds saying that they were not going to touch the White House at all, that this would be built next to it. It would not be something that would in any way harm the actual structure of the White House. And all we know is people are at a meeting and they hear all of this demolition going on, and then just like that, this man has tore up the East Wing of the White House. And and the East Wing is where, like, the First Lady's offices typically are. President is in the West Wing, First Lady's in the East Wing. But y'all, this is madness that this man is trying to remake the White House over in his own image. I agree with the article that the New York Times said. The Oval Office is dripping in gold, and so is the Cabinet Room. The Rose Garden looks like Mar-a-Lago. There are massive flagpoles in the backyard and in the front. He's been tweaking the White House residence upstairs too, directing renovations at the Kennedy Center, and now he wants to put up this damn arch on the other side of the Potomac. Like, if Barack Obama had done any of this, people would be losing it. You blew off the back East Wing of the White House. Who does this? And you got these silly Republicans in Congress who will do nothing.
Wait, did you say blew it off?
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm sorry. What are you doing? It was one thing you paved over the Rose Garden. Okay, that's okay. Okay. I can bust up your concrete. But this man, well, it just looked tacky that if you had an event, you couldn't accommodate everybody. You had to put tents out on the lawn. When we were out there on the lawn for the luncheon, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was cool. And the choir was performing up in the balcony. It was cool. But the idea that nobody is intervening, this man is operating, in fact, like a king. The White House is freaking public property. It belongs to the American people. It does not belong to Donald Trump. So how in the world are you able to proceed in this manner? And to that point, ain't nobody gave you no permit for this? Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
You asked a question if you saw the footage, did you feel some kind of way? I actually did. And I was like, I've been to the White House on a tour once. And I also, and interestingly enough, when the Obamas were in the White House, there was a virtual reality tour of the White House that was produced when they were in the office.
Right.
And they had they took you through the White House in places that people couldn't go, but they basically took you on a virtual tour, and you got to see all kinds of places that the public wouldn't see. But you also saw the area that we're talking about. And they talked about, preserving, different administrations came in and did different things, and they paid homage to that history. This makes no sense. Why? First of all, it's a ballroom, right? This is not adding to the security of the country, or we're expanding offices to accommodate the government. This is just my personal thing. And it's ridiculous. When I saw those pictures, my first thought was the Pentagon when 9/11 happened. That's what I thought about.
Yep.
And I was like, who does? Because you go to you see the Pentagon, and it's this great massive thing, and then there's holes in it. And you're like, well, who did this? And this wasn't a foreign enemy. This wasn't an act of war. This is self-imposed. And the crazy part is $250 million for something that wasn't necessarily even needed. But in the meantime, you're pulling resources from all kinds of groups that do good things and not paying people. And it's like, is the Republican Party stuck on crazy? Because this is what this has become. This is like nuts, and nobody's saying anything.
And I'm so glad, to hear somebody, and I know there are tons of people that share our sentiments. It was a kick to the gut, even, though I got all kinds of issues and, so is crazy about our history in this country. But that is something that has stood as a symbol of America and what we aspire to be. And to see that this man has the ability just to destroy it unchecked and not have to get approval from anybody. It was jarring. It was absolutely jarring to realize the kind of power this man is executing around this country and this world right now. And nobody is stepping in to do anything about it. And you just sit back like, where does this end? $250 million from private donors. That shouldn't even be legal, because you strong arming these people to give you this money. And these are all the corporate executives. What are you getting in return for your $250 million? For him to build something to the point that I would make, and many people would make, in 3 years, you're not even going to be here, bruh. You're not even going to be here. So thank you. I appreciate you weighing in on that.
Oh, no problem.
Yep. So look, y'all, when this brother said we got all these other things going on, all these other issues, SNAP benefits. We are being told right now that starting October 16th, benefits will not be paid until the federal government shutdown ends and funds are released to this program. We got money to do this, but we can't make sure people got health care. We can't make sure that the schools are properly funded, but we have money. Jay, hang that line up. Thanks. But we got money to do this. So this notice went out in Pennsylvania, but in New Jersey, Maryland, New York, and Texas, other states have issued similar notices. So let me read that again as we are in day 21 of this shutdown. And then I gotta go to break. Starting October 16th. Today is already October 21st. Starting October 16th, SNAP benefits will not be paid until the federal government shutdown ends and funds are released to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, New York, Texas have all said the same thing. These announcements are coming after the USDA, which oversees the SNAP program, food stamp program, issued a letter to state agencies back on October 10th, saying that if the lapse in appropriation continues, there will be insufficient funds to pay full November SNAP benefits. The White House, when they were reached for comment, they referred the news outlets back to the USDA. But they have both declined to comment on this lapse in funding. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Over 40 million Americans are enrolled in the SNAP or food stamp program. On average, they receive $187 or $6 per day for food. And I just want that to sit out there for all the people. Any people getting too much. They get too much in food stamps. I got to go to work. Blah, 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 blah. On average, they get $6 a day for food. Understand that they are letting these people know if this continues in terms of this agency, I'm sorry, this shutdown, November 1st, you will either be getting no benefits or a portion of your benefits. Let me go to break. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. Taking a few minutes to talk about notices that have been sent out by a number of states to their SNAP recipients, letting them know that funding either will be stopped as of October 16th, which has already, this is almost a week old now, in the state of Pennsylvania, or other states that have said, and they've already sent out notifications that if the shutdown continues, there will be no November 1st benefits paid, or there will be a reduced amount of November benefits paid because there are insufficient funds. This money comes in on a monthly, bi-monthly basis. I'm not sure how, it's given to the states, but the states are saying if this shutdown persists, we do not have the dollars in our budget. So, if this was our annual allotment and now it was time to re-up, we don't have the dollars to be able to send these benefits out. And remember, in Donald Trump's first term, the shutdown lasted 35 days. We are on day 21.
How do you single out states?
What do you mean?
Well, the understanding I have is that we're looking at blue states that this will take place in. I mean, a lot of what he's tried to enact is only in blue states.
Well, not in relationship to the government shutdown. I think that, each state.
Some of the things.
Some things he's done has been very targeted.
Yeah.
The SNAP is going to impact everybody. That this is not one that will impact just, folks in democratically leaning, liberal leaning states. This one will hit home. It will hit everybody.
I just noted that you only listed certain states.
Well, no, because I think I said Texas. Texas is a blue state. I mean, it's a red state.
But I didn't hear you say Wisconsin.
Yeah, because I only named a few. And I will look to see what Wisconsin is doing on their SNAP benefits while I'll take this call, and I should be able to answer it. I see somebody just said Wisconsin is delayed as well. Let me go to the phone line and I'll get an answer in the interim. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Ms. Bryant. Thank you for taking my call.
Good morning, Christopher. How are you this morning?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm great. I'm by the grace and permission of Allah. I'm still here amongst the land of the living, or in the land of the living. I have a question though. I think it's like a question because I just went to this store and I used my debit card. And using a debit card is like a cash exchange. Am I correct or not?
Yep, you're correct.
All right. So when I asked the patron behind the thing, why are you charging me an extra 50 cents? He wanted to go into this steal or whatnot. And I'm like, this is not a credit card. This is a debit card. And I was like, I went to a few other stores and they don't even charge 50 cents. They might charge like 25 cents or 35 cents. Then the guy is trying to tell me, no, they do this everywhere. I'm like, man, you're not even from America, man. I don't even understand what you're talking about. And you want me to listen to you justify your overcharging me for something, in my opinion. So I'm wondering, who can I talk to and to find out if this is actually legal? Because I think that these people, 50 cents here and there will add up. That's $1, $1, $2, $3, $4. Yes, sir.
He does not keep that money. He gets charged for that.
No. You about to get it wrong. No, you about to get it wrong advice on a debit card purchase.
Like cash.
You're not supposed to be charged a fee. You're supposed to be charged a fee because you can use your debit card and charge it and bring it up as a credit purchase.
Right.
And
if you do that, then you can be charged a fee. But if you use it as a debit card, then that's cash.
Okay, Michelle. So what I'm speaking to is he's got someone on the back end that's charging him.
No, it doesn't matter. You're taking cash. You're taking cash. It does not matter. There was an amendment called the Durbin Amendment.
Frank Durbin. I know.
It is a federal law that restricts retailers from charging a surcharge for debit card payments.
So who do I talk to about? Because these people are doing.
Call your legislator. Call your legislator,
and they will. Malay card. Hey, Malay.
No. Call the state legislator so that they can. Yeah, call your state legislator, your state representative.
Mr. Bowen.
I don't know who's in Davis seat now, but call your state rep and your state senator, and they will call the Department of Reg and Licensing, or they will call the Department of Revenue, so that they can reach out to that store to find out what they're doing.
They've been doing this for the longest. They do it to everybody. Then everybody that's black, and this is my opinion. And as far as I'm concerned, it's an actual experience. every time these people see black folks, they might act like they, are tolerant, but they are not. They are like super duper racist towards black people. And the moment you question anything that they are doing when it comes to your money, they get very, very defensive and aggressive. And I'm like, look, I think that what you're doing is criminal. He called me a criminal, and I said, okay, that's fine. But as long as you don't come outside with that attitude, because you're going to need some help to get back up in here. I'm telling you, I'm not playing with you.
Well, look, money. So I just got a text to Darren Madison.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bryant. And no, one more thing, Ms. Bryant. At my job, some lady accused a black man of something that I know he didn't do. And you know what she did? She brought her whole family up there, calling herself trying to fight somebody that she was being disrespectful to.
So did anything happen to her for bringing her whole family up there?
I don't know, but I maybe they was going to go to jail or something. But I don't understand, why is it that our people go all the way to the extreme? This is how a lot of young brothers are getting killed and murdered, because they get into a situation with some woman who's accusing them of something, and he probably don't even know the person's name, and she go blow it up, gaslight her relatives, and they go out on a mission to go do something that's going to land them either in the cemetery alongside of that other person that they seeking, or in the penitentiary for a million zillion years where they have to protect their booty holes. So they should think about those things before somebody coming to them to send them on some blind-sided mission without, knowing all of the logistics of it.
No, I agree. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the call. And I will just say this. I have been on the receiving end of when my Lincoln got totaled. The young sister hit me and rear-ended the back of, well, she really clipped the back end of my Lincoln. And I swear to God, I didn't think it was going to be total, but they ended up totaling my car. And but so while we're waiting for the police to come, she called her family. And like 3-4 sisters showed up, and they was ready. They was like all at me, yelling and screaming. And I was on the phone with the police. And I remember the police, the person I was talking to, there's like, ma'am, stay in your car, and are you safe? We got somebody on the way. Man, these people ain't about to do nothing to me. And they was all jaw jacking and talking wild and reckless. And I looked at that little girl. I said, see, this is how folks get hurt. Because damn well you hit me. This is exactly how folks get hurt. Then 2 men in the family ended up being called up to the scene. So they come, and the women wilding. Like if they really wanted to fight me about this car accident. And I said to the brothers when the brothers walked over, I said, fam, I said, look at the damage on my car. Is my car damaged in the front or is it damaged in the back? And then they was like, the back. I said, so I ran my car into the back of your family member who was making a turn. I said, you can look at the accident and tell her front end is toe up, my back end is toe up. Who hit who? And the brothers was like, yeah. And so, they was trying to calm these sisters down, but these sisters wanted to be rowdy. And I was like, this is exactly how folks lose their life over nonsense. Y'all up here. And I looked at that little girl, and I'm saying little, but she looked like she was in her early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, see, you need to be shamed, because this is how people get hurt. Ain't nobody gonna get hurt today but your family. But this is how people get hurt. I just want to be clear. I ain't standing out here by myself. Even though I'm by myself, I ain't by myself. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
No, on the White House, people forget, right? The White House, as a historic structure, was built by the slaves.
That's right.
Yes,
slave
I know.
Workers.
Right.
And the other thing that I haven't seen, they had to get permission from the Historic Preservation Committee to do that. Then they had to hire an architect and a contractor you don't know. And then you figure they done got rid of all the minority programs. So I know what those people look like. And so here he is just spending money. People get rich, but I know our people aren't in there, because normally the way the government worked, they always would have looked for minority participation and all of that and finding ways. But knowing this guy, he done hired all of these people, and he got no guardrails. Did you do bids? Did you just select? Did you get the preservation committee to approve it? He done wiped out that whole end. And, you know, my vision of the White House is nothing near what he's trying to do. And like you said, he don't have no guardrails. They let him do it. How do you spend $250 million and it wasn't authorized by Congress? And so it is pretty.
But remember that 250 million is donated, which, like I said, how you not violating the Hatch Act with that is beyond me. But that's being paid for by all them big tech companies.
Yeah, but you don't own the White House. How
exactly.
do you go in and make renovations for something you don't own?
He's going to own it. That's what he said.
And yeah, I just want to say this real quick, Tyrone. And Debo is making the point. You don't own it. Jermaine said he's going to own it. At least 7 people have texted me like, Michelle, Donald Trump has told y'all, he told his voters, y'all ain't going to never have to vote for me again. Y'all ain't got, because they trying to figure out how to make this man be able to be in this office indefinitely. But go ahead, Tyrone.
But he's sick, so he ain't going to be there that long anyway. I don't care.
You mean physically sick?
No, he's physically, something's wrong with him.
Yeah, it's something wrong with him. It's something wrong with him.
And so he thinks, but he's trying to create a legacy. Same way he wants that Peace Prize, all that. Everything is about his name. Same way he done got his kids opening up developments in his name all over the country. Everywhere he fly, they go. And they've been cutting all these deals. I think they said his son-in-law cut a $2 billion deal somewhere. So these folks are all getting rich off of us. We getting pimped in public. And so that's what I see. And so he's going to continue to do it. Because who's going to stop him? And the only thing going to stop him is God, and that's going to be health.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the call. So let me just say this real quick on the question of SNAP benefits in Wisconsin. I'm looking real quick. They did a story on Fox News. I'm looking specifically. Okay. I'm not really getting the hard in fact, but let me read this real quick on the text that I got. The SNAP program is a voluntary program that used to be beneficial for states to participate in, but with the big, beautiful bill, states now have to pay part of the administrative costs for administering the program. And depending on the state's error rate, states will now be fined a percentage of their allotment. All of this is now a cost, and we know how states feel about poor people. Some states will choose not to even provide the program.
So
let that sink in.
So in this bill, which was really constructed,
let that sink in,
to kind of go against people that need help. So for these states that's running the program, you now have to pay into this big, beautiful bill to run this program. And then if your error margin is great, you got to pay again.
Yeah, you're going to pay a fine, it seems like. And this is the thing. All of this was being done to be able to make permanent the tax cuts that he gave to the richest people in this country. You have to figure out how to pay for those tax cuts. And people use this phrase, which is accurate. We are seeing the greatest transfer of wealth from everyday working people to the richest people in this country. And, you know, it's just madness. It's mad. Somebody said, thanks, Chuck Schumer. But, you know, let's not let Republicans off the hook, because these people are co-signing for this. And let me say this real quick, because I didn't reference it yesterday. Some people said, Michelle, you're not going to say nothing about your colleague, Will Martin, getting in the lieutenant governor's race. Will has run for office before. This is not his first rodeo. And so some people were asking, like, so what does that mean in terms of the race? You know, some folks have, posited that the Republicans needed to counter the black guy, David Crawley, so they got their own black guy, that's getting in the race. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not, but there is no split ticket voting in Wisconsin. So you cannot have David Crawley be the governor and Will Martin be the lieutenant governor, because they are in different political parties. We do not have split tickets voting in Wisconsin. So if you vote for Will Martin to be lieutenant governor, it means you are also going to be voting for the Republican to be governor. Will Martin and David Crawley cannot serve in the same administration. For people that wanted to know that,
So
I just wanted
why
to make
is
sure
that,
I
though?
got that in.
Why is that?
Because this is a partisan. It's a partisan seat.
Okay.
Being the governor in Wisconsin is a partisan seat. And
Is the lieutenant governor then considered a part of his cabinet?
well, yeah, you definitely are part of the cabinet.
Okay, and that's
but you
there's your
still are
answer.
elected independently of them, though.
I get that, but
Yeah.
you don't want a Republican undermining.
No, but there are states that are set up that way. There are states that have split ticket voting.
That's weird.
Yeah, there are states that have split ticket voting. People, in fact, there's a movie. The girl who used to play what is it? Lavinia on the Steve Harvey show, Cedric's girlfriend. Yeah. She's in a movie that's on Netflix right now where she's from the Progressive Party, and I think it's based in Georgia, and the governor is Republican, and she's a Democrat. And so they have, they set it up that they had split ticket voting. But yeah, there are some states that allow it. Mississippi, Keisha just let me know, Mississippi has split ticket voting. Oh, the show is based on Mississippi. Thanks. I knew it was somewhere. But yeah, Mississippi has split ticket voting. Oh, wow. So Keith, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just have a question though. Let's say I'm voting for whoever the Democratic nominee is for governor.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to vote for who the lieutenant governor is. So,
but you won't be able to cast a ballot for Will either, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is, so if I have less votes than Will, theoretically, Will could be lieutenant governor.
No.
Why couldn't he be?
Because
you're not splitting the ticket. I'm not voting. So, because I don't have to vote for everybody.
So Will could have the less votes.
No, Will could
wait. Go ahead, lay it out again. Say it again.
Okay, so and we saw this, the difference.
Oh wait, we gotta go.
Yeah, can we pick it up in your show?
Yeah, we can do
that. Okay, all right. Go ahead, Michelle, all right, family. So thank you everybody for the show this morning. All the calls, you guys were amazing. Great information, bros. I appreciate y'all, and that's my show for today. I will hang around so we can get to the heart of what Mr. Paris is coming in here trying to kick up dust. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Peace.